Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's really good to have you here. My name is Sonia D. I am a Zimbabwean woman who's decided to start her life over again. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. I'm really glad to have you here. Thank you for choosing to be a part of my journey and this little corner of mine. If you are new here, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and let's get started.
I wanna be my dream girl, doing everything I've never seen girl, being everything I wanna be girl, if I love myself.
Phew, okay, so I don't know how many times I have tried to record this video. I really felt nervous coming on here, but yeah, I just decided, okay, let's do this. I have a good idea of what I want to say. I can't explain it. You know, these nerves come up when you decide to put yourself out there, when you've known that this is what you want to do, but comes time to press play, yeah, stuff happens. So bear with me, guys. And I'm glad that I get to be this vulnerable with you. So like I said, my name is Sonia D, and I am a Zimbabwean woman. I'm currently in Zim, and I created this channel because I made a decision at the top of last year that I wanted to have a do-over at life. I wanted to start my life over again. And so I guess in this video, I just want to bring you guys in on my thought process to getting here and to give you a good idea of what you can expect as a subscriber to this channel. So what does it mean to start your life over? This is something I've been mulling over, thinking over for a while. I think, you know, when you think of starting over, the first thought that came to my mind was, you know, when they're doing the outtakes for movies or series and they show you when they have to do like many takes of a scene, and they have that guy come with that black and white, I don't even know what it's called, I'll look for the name and drop it, and they say scene 6 take 7, and then he comes and yeah, I'll put a video of someone doing that because yeah, but anyway. So that's what I decided at the top of 2023. You know, I just thought, let's try this thing again. And that's what starting life over means for me. It just means taking on this self-concept, this new identity for myself, one that I sat down and really reflected on, put together in my quiet time. You know, the entirety of last year, I got off basically most of social media. I was under the radar. I really took the time to go in and, you know, because things happened and I realized that, okay, girl, you're not happy with your life. You're not happy with how it's shaping up. Yes, some aspects are working for you, but as a base, as a general base, you're not really happy. It's time to do something about it. And instead of, you know, listening to outside voices, which is something I've done very well as a young child, as a firstborn daughter in an African household, I've been really good at listening to other people, what they say is good for me or what I should be doing. But I chose to be a bit rebellious, and actually my word for 2023 was selfish, and I went inward. I became selfish. I decided to dial down the outside voices and listen to myself. And in doing that, I got to the realization that I wanted to do things over on my terms, my way, and while I'm doing it, get more clear around what is my way, what are my terms, what is my voice. So for me, that's what starting over feels like. It feels like, when it comes to different aspects of my life, that I get to have a new perspective on those. I get to have a new mindset. I get to show up as the person that I admire, that I look up to, and I get to try out things that have been in the back of my mind, that have constantly just been churning there, but that I pushed back because I'm like, someone of your age, of your nationality, of your race, probably shouldn't want to be doing these things. So yeah, that's what starting over means for me. But I'll be really curious to know what you guys see starting over as. What does it mean to you to start your life over? Do you resonate with what I've shared? Do you have a different perspective? Let me know in the comments. Why am I starting over this late in the game? Why am I starting over now at 38, as this video says? And the very first thought is, why not? You know, like I said, I've been so used to listening to the outside voices, culture, society, religion, family, friends, and there's this narrative that you do certain things by a certain age. Like by now, I should have been married with kids, with 1 or 2 homes, you know, thriving. So I realized that, okay, who determines these timelines? Why was I so stuck in I have to do things by this time? And clearly, you know, God, my higher source, was trying to get me to understand that it's not about the time that we have come up with as humankind. It's about my own time, running my own race, running in my own lane, and choosing to go against the grain and say that, okay, take 2. Even though we've been shooting this movie for the past 3 days, we should be almost at the end, or we should be halfway. No, we're gonna start again. Sonia has decided we're gonna start again. Because, you know, at the end of the day, I also, you know, at the start of 2023, while I was looking around, observing people that I really care about, near and dear to me, and those that are sort of out there who I admire, who I follow, maybe listen to their podcasts, I've read their books. And, you know, I realized that I really admire how they've gone after their dreams. They've chased after what it is they want out of life. And I've always had it in my mind. I've had a vision of how I want to feel when I think of my life, how I want to show up, what I want to experience. But I always had this fear and this thought that, okay, life, if I'm good enough, if I'm a good girl, if I go to church, if I listen to my parents, if I treat people kindly, never say no, always accommodating, then at some point, this vision, this thing, this picture that I have in my mind for my life will magically appear, right? No. When I really sat and thought about it, and I think I had to get to a point of being disillusioned and being really unhappy with my life to my core. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I had really started to build a good foundation for my career, especially with my life coaching business and getting myself really grounded in my expertise in that. So externally, it looked like my life was shaping up really well, at least in the career side of things. But then there was still a gaping hole inside. And that's when I realized it's because I have not been brave enough to take ownership of my life. I have not been brave enough to stop, to decide with clarity and with unapologetic ease that this is what I want. No matter what people are going to think, no matter what they're going to say, this is what my heart is yearning for. This is what my soul calls for, and I'm going to go after it. I'm going to declare it firstly, affirm this is what I want, and then I'm going to take the steps to work towards it. That's what I realized the people who are living their dream lives had done. Not only did they see it in their minds and wish it and desire it, but they had to go through the discomfort of declaring it, of owning it, and starting to work towards it, even if it was something that they shouldn't really want, based on whether it's their age, their nationality, that sort of thing. So that's why I decided, okay, let's do this, because no one else is going to do this for you, girl. And I remember thinking, do you want to wake up a year, 2 years, 5 years from now in the same position, still wishing and willing and praying and hoping that what you see in your mind's eye will magically appear. No, I wasn't willing to go through any more of that. And so started the work of getting myself to where I want to be in my life. So that's why I decided to start over. And I think the final reason why I decided to start over is I deserve it. It's my life at the end of the day. Contrary to, I guess, what we are fed and taught in African households, in religious circles, because I was very, very religious. And we're taught, don't want too much. Like, be humble, be happy, be content with what life has given you, what God has given you. And I had to realize that, in as much as, yes, there's that side, there's that part of me that I need to honor, being humble, being happy with what I have. In the same breath, there's another side of me that I've been given, that my God, my higher source, has passed on to me, where I get to create. We are told we are made in the image of God, and I think it's downplayed a lot because maybe there's a fear around how much people can dream and create for themselves. And I realized I am a creator too. I come from a creator. So I am a creator, so I get to create this life, and I deserve to create a life that feels good for me. How can I trust in a higher power that doesn't want me to be fulfilled and happy and just wants me to minimize myself, be happy with the little, while I watch other people just eating that sundae while I'm just licking this little cone with one scoop of vanilla ice cream when I want the whole shebang. So that was another major reason why I decided to start over, because I don't want to regret my life. I was feeling such anxiety, seeing myself waking up 5-10 years from now, because I listened to and cared about what other people think and what they say, instead of me, the one who has to live with me 24/7. What I've really learned in the last year of going within is that it's really great to start with these intentions and then just stay open and remain flexible for life to surprise you, for life to bring you what you didn't know you needed. So I'm really open to that. I am a bit nervous, I am a bit fearful, and I thought that was a bad thing, but I was listening to a message which a meditation which said that fear is actually necessary because it keeps us safe. Like, imagine you were scouting or walking across the edge of a really high mountain or really high building, and you had no fear. If you're fearless, you think, you know what, I can just soar off this building or this mountain. I'm gonna be great because I'm fearless. I can do anything. But fear will help you to set appropriate boundaries, make sure that you're safe. So I am leaning into this fear, and one thing I forgot to mention why I am doing this is a really, really big part. I committed to facing myself as I went on my journey, as I started this journey last year, and being able to put out my thoughts, being able to document my journey, my experiences, will encourage me to face myself, to face the dark parts of myself, the light parts of myself, the goofy, fun, just explore the fullness of myself. And in doing that, I know it will help me to really grow and continue on my healing journey. And not only that, I really hope it will encourage you or someone to also do the same. Maybe you've been on the back burner about starting a project, starting over in something, maybe your career, maybe a relationship, romantic, otherwise, maybe in terms of where you live, or even your health habits, how you eat and all of that. So I really believe in ripple effects. When one person stands up and chooses to say, you know what, this is what I'm choosing to do, I'm daring greatly to step out into the unknown, afraid. Other people look at that and say, man, if she can do it, I can do it too. That's why I got on this video after seeing Pindy's first video and being like, okay, she was also nervous, but she did it. And that's what got me back here to come and talk to you guys. So yeah, let's get onto this journey together. You can expect some vlogs to see how I spend my time where I am, and in this journey of starting over, what it looks like for me practically. You can expect some travel, and you can expect, I guess, some tips and tricks on this journey of starting over that I've learned along the way. We'll see as we go and evolve together. And yeah, remember, hit that notification bell, hit the subscribe button, share this if this really resonated with you, or if you know that it will resonate with someone in your life that is on a journey to starting over. Please share. Let's spread the word. This helps so many of us, not just me, but others. Let's grow. And as Africans especially, I'm really, really passionate about us telling our stories. So let's do this. And as always, remember, life is beautiful and you have time. See you in the next one.
Wanna be my dream girl, doing